Good morning. This is Ron Brown. It is January 7th, 2023. It's time to change my add-on. I try to do this quarterly. The reason I do it is because I eliminate some files that I'm no longer using or find superfluous, and also people come and go from the Insider Club, and if they're no longer subscribers, they shouldn't have access to my latest files. So anyway, I'm going to show you how to do this. Standard risk disclaimer: any stock, index, or ETF mentioned in this presentation is not a recommendation to buy or sell. All trading strategies are used at your own risk. You can get a free 30-day trial of HCSI by going to highgrowthstock.com if you're currently not a user. This is what the newsletter, I don't call it a newsletter, it's really not a newsletter, it's a listing of all the videos and files that I've put up here for several years, and I just add to it every week. And I'm making the video right now. This will be a link which goes directly to this video. Now here is your new add-on file. Before I go any further, I want to point out that you can always, if you're a member of the Insider Club, if you go to the member services, you can always get a PDF of this file. Just log in and you'll find Ron Brown's Investing Club, and you'll find the latest link to the PDF file in here with all this information. So, but right now, and I'm going to send this link out to you. You can just cut and paste it from your email that you're going to receive from me. What you're going to do once you receive this link is you're going to highlight it, you're going to copy it, and we're going to set up a shortcut. But before I set up the shortcut, I'm going to delete my current files. I'm going to go into the warehouse. I'm going to click on the Choose Create View. I'm going to click on Ron Brown Top-Down Scans, and then I'm going to select Delete, and I'm getting rid of those. And then I'm going to bring up a chart, and I will find my name and delete it. And I'll close this, and now we're going to go to the desktop, and you're going to right mouse click, and you're going to select New Shortcut, and that link, the add-on link I copied, I'm going to use my Control key and my V key and paste that in there, and then I'm going to give it a name. I'm going to call it January 2023 add-on. And I'll finish that, and you can see it's right here. This is my old one from October. I don't need that anymore, so I'm deleting that. And now I'm going to click on this, and if I pasted that link in there correctly, it's going to come up here in my browser, and I'm going to save it, and I'm going to put it in my download folder. You can see that I've already put it in here, but I'm going to overwrite that. You can overwrite these every day if you want to. I change data in the non-index files and so on, but that's every day, and some people do update every day. Okay, so I've saved that to my download folder. And now I'm going to install that add-on. And I'm going to go to my download folder. Here it is, January add-on. This may seem complicated, but it's not. Okay, it's been installed, and now I have to update everything. Just takes a few minutes. What I'm updating right now are what I call my market analysis user groups. There's quite a few of them. It takes a little bit longer, but it's all very useful and relevant information that we can use. I'll just let this process play out. This is an older computer. It takes a little bit longer. I'm just going to let this run so you can see how long it takes on an older computer. This computer is probably 8 years old now. I do all my primary work on a computer that's about a year old, and it's much, much faster than this. But this will give you an idea of how long it takes on an older computer. Okay, almost done. It's building the user smart groups right now. Okay, yeah, it takes a little while, but not on an older computer, but nothing drastic. Now I'm going to double click on that and clean up my screen. Now let's go in here and take a look. I want to get rid of this. So what I have my non-index groups, all of these that I update daily. And then I have my market analysis user groups, which I use for market analysis. And then these are the basic user smart groups that I'm sending out. And these are the Thinkorswim user groups that I showed earlier this week and last week that I'm putting in. I'm using HCSI in conjunction with Thinkorswim, and I'm going to really put a lot of emphasis on that this year because they really work beautifully together, and it gives us great insight. If you're not trading with Thinkorswim, you should be. It's now owned by Schwab, and I really haven't seen any difference between them and TD Ameritrade. Their commissions are, well, there aren't any stock commissions, and their option commissions are only 65 cents, so there's really no reason not to be using Thinkorswim. Anyway, I got a little bit diverted there, but what I want to show you now is that what I did is I dated this the 7th today, and these are the scans that I'm currently using. Yes, there are a lot of scans, and it's probably overkill for most people, but I went through these yesterday and the day before, and every one of these are useful for certain things. I'm just going to leave these in here as they are, and because I use them, and you may not use them and you don't need to, but use what you want to. If you're not using, you should have your own folder. If you don't, it's very easy. Just go over here and click on the Choose Create Warehouse View. Now I'm using the small icons. If you don't like the small icons, go to the main menu or small toolbars, and then notice when I bring this up, these are large here. I just don't, it takes up screen space, so I go under Preferences and use small toolbar, and you can see that these are small, and it didn't change the icon size here. So locate the Choose Create, and under Warehouse Views, just put a new folder in here, call it whatever you want to, and then you can take what you want from mine and put them in your folder, or create your own. Now, when you create your folder, it will never be touched by the add-on. My updated add-on files and so on will always go under my name. So just create your own folder. If you like some of the things I'm using, all you have to do is drag them up. You can create subfolders and so on, but just remember, they'll never be touched. When I do updates, it'll only go into my folder. So let me clean this up. I'm going to delete that. And I have a starters folder from the original installation. But these are the scans that I'm currently using, and I'll get into those as I make more videos. Those of you who have been with me a long time know what most of these are already, but they all really serve a specific purpose. Okay, now I'm just going to go into my end of day here and notice that I'm not in the correct directory. If I want to quickly get to all securities, I hold my alternate key on the keyboard and hit the space bar, and it takes me to all securities. And then I just double click here to apply a filter. And that's it. I mean, I'm operational now. Now let's bring up a chart. I have eliminated a lot of charts. I'm just not using them. But what I did, the ones that I'm not using, or this was the full set prior to my eliminating some stocks. So I just put it down here in inventory. If there's any charts in there that you were using, you'll find them in here. But these are market charts, index charts, daily analysis. I've really cut down on the number of charts I'm using because I just wasn't using them and I wanted to get them out of the way. So these are white charts, and I have the same thing in black. So here's end of day statistics, 1A, same thing on the black. I prefer to use the black, but a lot of people prefer to use white. So these are my basic charts right here. And then I have the undercut and rally charts, which are popular charts too. And then I have the Williams charts, thin bar and thick bar. I left them in there because some people like to use them. And the thing about the Williams charts, it shows they show trends really well. Let's use the thick one, and if the close is higher than the prior day's close, it's going to remain green. If it's lower, it'll be red, so you can see how nicely this shows the trends. Now, if I go down here to consecutive, click on number 1B on these. I just put a VFB or visual filter backtest in here so you can see the trending even better. There's the thin bar and the thick bar. Some people prefer thick, some prefer thin, so I just left them both in there. On these VFB consecutive updates, notice down here at the bottom, Williams trend. It's also green down here to match this up here, just so you can see the number of trend days up and the number of trend days down. I didn't put a color in here for the down days. I thought I would just leave that down here at the bottom of the chart. Once again, you probably have your own charts if you've been with me for a while, but it's just like the warehouse views. If you want to create your own inventory, just make sure that you use a if I can find what I'm looking for, just make sure that you go ahead and add a new folder and put your name on it, and then drag my chart that you want in there, or you should have your own user views already. Now that's it for the installation video. It's a very simple process, and just use my charts, views, filters, and combos if you want, but you should have your own preferences too. So just like I said, make those folders and put my views, filters, and combos that you like in there, and then add your own. Modify them as you feel fit. But whenever the add-on is updated, it will not affect your files. Now, I'm going to go ahead and do a quick market analysis, and that's going to be a separate video.